Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of Bluray Tuesday with Terrell. Alright guys, we're back. I feel like this was a long ass week. So I have a lot of stuff to talk about this episode. I've watched 4 freaking movies and we have some Blu-rays this week, which is awesome. But first, I want to talk about something that I got in the mail. And this is Blood and Banter. So this is an upcoming game from Murder Memes. You guys might follow him on Instagram. He's super cool. So back like in 2019, back when like I think the Avengers Infinity War dropped, there was a cool meme that was placed out all over the internet called the Murderverse. So the Murderverse was this cool, like, you know how the Infinity War poster was with all the Avengers from all the fucking movies leading up to this? This one had all the horror icons like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Chucky, all the fucking slashers, and some unknowns. I think Pumpkinhead might have been on there, but a lot of cool stuff. So I remember reposting that and I tagged him. His Instagram is Murder Memes with the underscore after that. And he reached out to me a few months ago or so, saying he was creating this cool conversation game, and it's called Blood and Banter, 50 spooky conversation cards. I just thought it would be kind of cool. I haven't really opened these to look at these cards quite yet, but I wanted to do this live here with you guys. So I'm gonna pull a couple of the cards out of here just to get a vibe of what this is like, and yeah, maybe answer some of these questions with y'all. So that's where we're gonna start this episode, and if you guys want, go follow Murder Memes underscore and just keep a lookout for the updates. These should be coming out soon, and it seems like a perfect party game. I guess it's like a cool game to like get to know people and have cool conversations with your horror buddies. I don't know, but I'm excited about this, and let's get into it. All right, so it comes in this cool little box, look like, little cards. Y'all play blackjack and you go to Texas Hold'em and shit, right? So yeah, it looks just like that. So this is for ages 13 and up, just in case, your little kids, y'all go play Uno. All right, so it says whether you're a horror fanatic or someone who enjoys the occasional scare. We all like to be scared. Blood and Banter presents 50 ghoulish conversation starters from the quirky to unsettling. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's get into this, y'all. All right, so we open up the cards. Ooh, these are crisp. All right, we're gonna do this. All right, so it opens up with a thank you. Oh, so cool. Thank you for your purchase. So if you guys get a deck of these, you also get a 20% off code for something from their shop, which is awesome. So, it has this little Instagram there, so check that out. But yeah, cool thank you card. All right, so I'm just gonna start from the top and we're just gonna see what we get. So the first card says, oh, this is cool. So it starts like this. This is nice. All right, the first card says, how long do you think you would last in a horror movie? Oh God, that's a good question. How long would my ass last in a motherfucking horror movie? Let's get into it. So I'm the final girl, period. Final boy, final man, final they, them. I don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna be there till the end. Or at least get it to the end and get my head chopped off and then the game over. Because he probably gonna be sick of hearing me. That killer ain't gonna wanna hear no Terrell. He don't wanna hear my ass talk because I'm probably gonna be reading him to filth. I'll probably be like screaming, yelling, and I'll probably be gone. So I'm definitely gonna be the final character, I think. But maybe, what do y'all think? How long would y'all last in a horror movie? This is fun. All right, let's try another one. All right, you're Dr. Frankenstein and your monster is almost complete. All you need is a brain now. Whose do you take? Ooh, this is crazy. Whose do I take? I don't know. What brain would you want to put? A lot of people are dodo birds nowadays. A lot of people don't have brains or common sense, especially if you work in customer service. You'll see a lot of people that don't have that. But whose brain would I put in my Frankenstein? I don't know. That's a hard one. Probably Beyonce's because she's iconic. Moving on. All right, the next one. Let's play a game. Cut off one of your hands and put out, oh my God, we're playing again. I feel like I'm in Saw. It says cut off one of your hands or pull out all of your teeth one by one. Which do you choose? Fuck, this is crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my hand off, which is like a one and done, and I could be handless. I watched the challenge on MTV and Jordan kind of has one hand and he be winning challenges. But pulling out my teeth one by one, I don't know, that's kind of interesting. It might make you, swallow things better, but cutting off my hand might be the one to go, because that sounds painful to pull out all my teeth. But fuck, that's kind of bad, because I want both my hands. You can't pick. Anyways, this is a hard one, but I might have to go with cutting off one of my hands. All right, guys, so I'm going to do one more. I'm going to see how this goes. Hopefully this is a good one. These are crazy. All right, the next game. If a loved one was bitten by a zombie, would you kill them or wait for them to be turned? Oh, wow. This is an interesting question, too. Fuck, why did I do this? All right, so if a loved one was bitten by a zombie, Would you kill them or wait for them to get turned? This is tricky, because when I watch these fucking movies and they know their loved one's scratched or bitten or whatever, they're about to turn, and they're like, oh no, we can't. So I'd be like, bitch, if you don't kill him, I'd be like, kill the bitch, cut, chop, shoot, you know, in the head. But if I were in that situation, that's a whole different thing. I don't know. I might just be like those boo-hooey people in these movies. I know the right thing to do. If you're gonna turn and there's no cure, bitch, you're gonna have to kill them. But that sounds so morbid. But I'm gonna have to go with that answer. But I don't know. I feel like I'll probably wait for them to turn. But that's, I'll keep my distance, keep my 6 feet. I learned that during the COVID situation. So I might wait for them to turn, or they're about to turn, and I'm gonna chop their head off, and that's it. Yes. You know, this is too fun. I'm gonna do one more. Sorry, one more. Let's do this. All right. If you could watch a spooky movie anywhere in the world, where would it be and what would you see? Wow, if I could watch a spooky movie anywhere in the world. I like being in my room, though. Or a movie theater. Why would I go somewhere else? So if I were to watch it, so I would say, I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to watch like a camp, like a sleepaway camp or a Friday the 13th movie, in a boat or something, like on a big screen, like at a campsite. That would be epic. Like, it don't matter where it ain't gotta be nothing that looks serious, but I feel like that would be really fun to do. Like, you know, what do y'all think? I think that'd be cool. Like, you're like in the moment or in the scene of what you're watching. That's what I would want to do. Something like Jaws or like, you know, Friday the 13th. That'd be awesome. But yeah, you guys, this is pretty fun. So y'all follow him and check him out, because this is gonna be great. You can get a group of friends together, have some drinks, you know, those are needed sometimes, and just go through these cards and just like, you know, pick these. Oh, there's a Disney one in here. I just skipped it. Name a Disney villain who deserves their own horror movie. Dang, this is good. I don't know, but that's great. Ursula, she need a horror movie. That girl, whoo, I love her. Anyways, let's see. Scar. Oh, that'll be good too. He'd be fucking people up with them hyenas. I don't know. So, this is great. So, check this out. Blood and Banter. I think it's gonna be really fun with your friends. What y'all think? So, go follow them. Go shout them out. And, yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, y'all. So, next. So, I want to get through some movies that I watched over this past week. Starting off with one that I did not like, per se, so we're gonna get into it. So the first movie I watched was last week at the Alamo Drafthouse. Alamo Drafthouse is a big theater that has a great sound. You get servers serving you alcoholic beverages if you want. Their popcorn's great, and you can get like food. They got good pizza and shit. But the movie wasn't so good. But I was excited because the director, who's also from San Francisco, was in attendance. I was super excited. It was okay, cool. I heard a lot of good things. Movie Mike on Instagram, you reached out to me like a few weeks before and telling me, oh, hey, you should check this movie out, but beware. I heard this a lot, like, beware of this movie. And it's called Soft and Quiet. So I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't watch any trailers about this movie or anything. And I went into this movie with an open mind. I heard it was shot in one shot, I guess, or it had that effect or whatnot. So I went into the movie, and let me tell you, I have not been this angry or mad or upset or disappointed, annoyed in a long time. Like, this movie was awful, in my opinion. I mean, I get all the great reviews. It's on a lot of people's top 5, top 10 lists of 2022. I don't know why, but this movie is about these girls, this woman, the ringleader, I forgot her name, and who cares, but this woman put together this group of white women. Let's just get into it. It's a racist fucking movie. It's these white women who is just talking shit about and kikiing with each other, just laughing and giggling and having Hitler pie, and fucking talking about brown people and how they have it better, and how one girl couldn't get a job because she don't have as people skills as another girl who started after her but happened to be brown. But bitch, as the movie goes along, you see why she didn't get the supervisor position. The bitch looked like she came off the street. Like, bitch, she looked a mess. Like, I didn't like anything that she did. I forgot her name. I don't care about these people's names. I was just so mad. I was not invested in any of these characters. But she looked like something out of the Pig Killer movie that was getting fucked off the street. That's what she looked like. Miss Baleen. Anyway, so this white woman put these groups together, and they were just trashing. They want to get a community together for just white children, get a community together with just white people. She didn't like anyone brown. And I didn't like how it opened up where she had this pie that she showed this little kid. We didn't know it was fucking Hitler pie, where it had the little fucking shit, little symbols on there and stuff. But anyway, she showed the kid, oh, you like the pie I made? And he told the kid, he wanted to go tell the woman who's like cleaning, oh, go tell her not to mop the floors until everyone leaves so they don't slip. All this shit. It's like, bitch, why you tell the little kid to do that? Trying to make a little kid racist like you. Anyway, so the movie goes along about them. The whole movie is about them just sitting in a room talking bad about brown people, Latinos, blacks, laughs and all this stuff. They happened to like, oh, hey, let's just go, you know, get some wine, go back to our house, because the only person that was likable was in there for 2.5 seconds. He popped up telling them to leave because they were doing this in some fucking schoolyard, some school classroom or church or some shit. And he was like, y'all need to leave before I call somebody. I'll report y'all, you know, in a good way, because these white people need to go. He heard what they were saying. And I don't know, this movie's just so upsetting for me. I didn't like it. The things that they were saying, little banter, I don't really need to repeat none of that shit. I know I say some little funny racist jokes, I get it, it's all in, but I'm not a racist person. And also, I feel like if it was any other race, if it was like a black group or a Latino group or Asian group who was doing this, I do feel I would have the same feeling, because it was just bad, it was wrong. And basically it just goes along, there's these two Asian girls who enter, they just got off work. The girl looked tired. She was like, I just wanted my bottle of wine. And you have these women who are just in here, this is their shop, they're white-owned shop, and then she tells them that they're closed and they can't buy nothing. So that she's trying to kick them out. She's like, oh, why? They're buying stuff. Why can't I buy something, right? And this girl, she's like, and then she threw out there, I'll buy the most expensive. I'm tired, just got off of work, all this stuff. So she's like, oh, you want to buy the most expensive? She charges this bitch $300 for a bottle of wine. And the bitch pull out cash because she balling. And she gives her the cash, and then they're going to harass her about it after she pays $300 for that rinky-dink wine that was not worth that. And they harass her and just make fun of, oh, how do you have all this cash? Are you a whore? Are you a hooker? I'm like, bitch, you look like the hooker. You look like white trash realness, for real. Like, I don't know who she casted, but this girl, she looked like she's on meth, period. Anyway, so they harass these women. Of course she goes snap back. The women are just like, oh, you know, we want to go home. And then these people just got so upset because they reacted to what they were giving them. Like, girl, she matched your energy. You didn't like that. And then they follow them back home, torture them, but it was all off screen. Like, it was bad enough to hear it. They put a bottle in a girl's pussy to rape her. They end up killing these bitches. And then they're trying to cover it up. I don't care. Spoiler alert. We can rewind that. Spoiler alert. We just said what we said. But yeah, these stupid dumbass bitches, it was just made me so mad. So this movie is not a movie that I would ever want to watch again. I'm not owning this on Blu-ray. I'm not going to do anything with this movie. It's not watchable for me. So I was just like, okay, I didn't like it. I never leave a movie theater. I never do it. I never get up and leave. I like, if I have to use the bathroom, I sit there and I finish it. But no, at this movie, I said, you know, I gotta go use the bathroom. I don't care about these people. So I got up, used the bathroom, I took my time, washed my hands, looking, checking my phone, and then I entered back, and then it was still the same shit. They're just talking bad. They try to kill these women, trying to find to cover it up. Bad movie. And then I'm thinking, okay, who is this actor? Who is this director? I was like, okay, I want to meet her. Let's try to find the good in this movie. She walked up on stage. And it's an Asian woman. So it's an Asian woman who directed this movie. I was so confused. I thought it was a white woman maybe trying to bring light upon, you know, during, you know, like I would say nowadays, white people are like tokens now. A lot of the movies that we are getting now, if you are white, you have to have a gimmick now. I've said that before on the show, which is fine. That's just what it is. Like they're given more representation, which is what we have not had in a long time. So I thought it was a white woman trying to do something. I don't know. But when an Asian woman got up there talking about, oh, I made this movie because I've dealt with these certain things, and I got that. She seemed very nervous, by the way. The girl did not want to be up there on that stage. And she talked about how they've shot the film, which is super cool. The movie was shot, this is the good stuff. It was shot in four days. She said the first 2 days sucked and she was scared the movie wasn't going to work. And then third and fourth, they got it. And they just merged them all together and made it a one-shot movie. That's awesome. They did well. And again, the actors did what they needed to do. They did what they had to do. And they made me mad, so they did their job, right? So those are some good things I will say about it. Like, so the director, she did a good job on what she presented. But the subject matter, it just didn't make sense to me. The movie didn't make sense to me. It just upset me. And I'm rambling too much. I'm giving this too much tea. But after that, yeah, she made this movie. I don't know what for. I don't know what. She didn't really give an answer per se as to why. Basically, she said she's dealt with this and she just wanted to show light upon that. But then the Asian characters in the movie didn't really have like a redeeming factor. Like they didn't have anything to. They were just there to be abused, and I don't know. They didn't have like a, you know, since she's Asian, wouldn't you make them like a powerful? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much, but that wasn't there. And then after she was all talking with having a little meet and greet. You know, it's like, you know what, do I want to get a picture with her? Because I usually always get my Terrell fee. I was like, should I go say hi? And I was like, well, I'm here. I'm gonna go do it. So I went up there, I waited. You know, mind you, I'm the only black person here. I was kind of scared because all these white people around her and Asians, and I was just like, okay, well, is she gonna be weird? So when I got to her, she was so shy. I would just say, oh, hey, your movie was very effective. I was trying to find something. I said, oh, yeah, your movie was like, I love how you filmed it. I heard hearing what you said. I was trying to find nice stuff to say because I did not like the movie. And she just looked at me. It was so awkward. I was like, okay, well, can we just take a picture? So we took a picture and that was it, but it was just so awkward. Look at, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen it. She's doing like the little peace sign. She's super nice, but I could tell she was nervous. nervous, and maybe when I went up to her saying that your movie was effective, and me being a big black man, tall, she's short, maybe that was a thing. I don't know, but yeah, Soft and Quiet wasn't for me, and I don't recommend it. Moving on. All right, guys, so we're gonna shift gears. I wanted to get that out the way because I didn't like that one, was awful, so I wanted to shift gears, some fun. All right, so also that dropped last week, I had a lot of fun with, was House Party. So House Party is a remake of the 1990 classic. I rewatched that one first. The movie's amazing. Like, it was ahead of its time. The music was great. Kid and Play were great in that. You had my girl who played Gina and Martin, Tisha Arnold. It was great. The movie was great. So I went into this one with an open mind. It was like a refresher, remix per se. But I don't know. It was funny. I had a good time. I had a little drink before, so I was ready. The people in the theater were laughing at some of the jokes. You had these two guys who just want to make money and have a better life for themselves and one of the guy's daughter. And they threw this big lavish party because they ended up being at LeBron James's mansion because he was away on some meditation shit. And yeah, the movie was fun. I don't think it reinvented the wheel or anything, but I had a lot of fun with this. Maya was in it. You know, she looked like she aged. She looked good. And then you had a lot of other cameos. But what I will say is a lot of these cameos were from like artists or people, for me, the ones that I recognize, because sitting next to Josadi, who films this every week, he was trying to tell me about all the comedians that were in this or the rappers that I don't listen to, these current shit. But the older stuff is a lot of that. So like it's kind of a mix of the two. So if you're like a younger person going into this movie, you might not recognize her or feel the effects like I did when Juvenile popped up on stage with Back That Ass Up, everything. I was like, I want to get up and back my ass up. I was ready. That was so good. It was a reveal. I like the dance-off between one of the main characters and Maya. They're doing a little, Tinashe. She was in it. She was great. I don't know, it was fun. You know, the dance-off in the original, they kind of recreated that. So it did have some heart to it, but I feel like after watching the first one, which is so classic, it didn't have that same oomph, if that makes sense. But it was fun. I had a good time watching it. It was really funny listening to the guys behind us. And then after the movie ended, they were just like, oh, that's the best movie of the year. And I'm like, okay, were they joking? But they really thought that was believable. They obviously didn't see Megan. I don't know. But anyway, so that movie, I thought Megan was better than this. But House Party was fun. I'd say check it out. It's in local theaters, and I had fun with that one. That was great. It was a great refresh to see that after watching Soft and Quiet, because that was just, awful. Anyways, moving on. Next up that I checked out is on Peacock now, you guys. Y'all should check this out. It's from Kevin Williamson, the creator of Scream, or the writer of Scream. He wrote a movie called Sick. So this movie's about during COVID, and this girl is gonna go stay with her girlfriend, or not girlfriend, but you know, her girlfriend, they're friends. Anyways, they're gonna go stay together at this place for like the quarantine. And I guess she has her, there's this killer at the beginning, this guy, a very Scream, texting him, being like, oh, hey, I see you, where you partying tonight? Have you got vaccinated and all this stuff? And I was like, oh, they're really going there with this COVID shit. I've seen a lot of COVID movies. They ain't that good, but this one's great, let me tell you. So it's about a COVID slasher. He wears a mask because, you know, in COVID, and the reveal is great. I don't know if I want to spoil this one, but I will say watch it. I see a lot of people did already see it, but this movie's fun. I'm not going to spoil it, but check this one out on Peacock. It's a cool slasher. It has chase scenes. I've been talking about chase scenes for a lot. Like, I love a good slasher, a good horror film that has a good chase scene. Like, it's fun. It's like you're on the edge of your seat, especially if it's a character that you like and you don't want them to die. Like Helen Shivers from Nightmare. I'm sorry, I'm fucking up. From I Know What You Did Last Summer, Helen Shivers, that chase scene was everything. I talk about that all the time. You can fight me on it. That's one of the best chase scenes from my time watching horror. I love that chase scene, and I was rooting for her. I don't know if I'm love for Buffy, but her character I like a lot more than fucking the main character. So stuff like that. So I missed that, and this one had a lot of that. It had some kills. It was pretty solid. The reveal was solid. You know, Kevin Williamson likes multiple killers that may or may not have that, and that was fun. So it's not anything that reinvented the wheel per se, but it was kind of a cool setting to have, almost like Scream in quarantine type of film. So check that out, please. Let me know what y'all think. I might revisit it again later, but yeah, Sick. Check that one out. Cool movie. I liked it a lot. All right, guys. Now it's time for Terrell's Tubi time. All right, guys, so on Tubi, I didn't watch the Tubi original this week, but I talked about last episode, and the episode before, we found that viral clip of that doll. It's called Tiffany the Doll, where she's like barely moving to dodge some bullets, and I could not wait to watch this movie, and I watched it. Now, this movie was super fun. It's not a good movie, y'all, let me tell you. per se. I loved it. When I first watched it, I was like, okay, how do I review this? So I give it a review based on the way it was made, the way all this shit that was happening, or how much fun I had. And I'll go by how much fun I had. That movie is a 5-star movie, best movie of the year, next to Megan. Megan got competition. So Tiffany the Doll. So this movie is on Tubi, and it's, people are still posting about this. But it's about a sex doll. It opens up already a girl in the car just popping off like, oh, where this nigga at? Where he at? Like, he ain't answering no phone calls. So her first thing to do is go grab a bat, and she go to his house. And mind you, this ain't a house, this is a hotel. So she go to his hotel, and I don't know why she knew the number. She busts in, and she sees a girl just sitting there. It looks like a woman, but she's like, oh, this fucking sex doll. Bitch, you know, like a woman. And she's sitting there like this, like she a Barbie. Bitch, that is not no Barbie, she blinking. And then she walks to the bathroom trying to find this man, and his body falls out. And then she runs out all scared, like I probably would too. And then the doll just moves her head like this. Like, bitch, no. And that's how it opens. And then it hits with a sex shop. And it has the characters of the year. Let me tell you, these sex shop workers are everything. There's 3 of them. It's and I forgot their names, but it don't matter. These people are great. If y'all watch it, you know. It's in the 21-minute mark. Is my favorite part, where all 3 of them are talking hella shit about these customers. I loved it. Anyways, so it opens up with Guilty Pleasures. It's a sex shop, and they have this new invention. They're having a showcase, and all these people are going. You got these, they're all wearing their COVID masks, you know, and they're all there for this showcase, for these dolls. So you have these 6 people standing in a line, and they're human, you know, but they're pretending to be dolls. They got the 6 Tiffanys and 1 man, and the man is called Henry. So they have all these, like, oh, these are sex dolls. Everyone's sitting there watching. And mind you, these humans are breathing. I see their chests going up and down. Their eyes is just blinking. And nobody's phased. Like, these are dolls. If you touch them, they heat up. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, and then when the girl goes up to go touch on the man, Mr. Henry, she's like, oh, he's full 10 inches. She was all grabbing his bulge. I was like, okay, girl, get you a Henry. And the dude is like, oh, and they said the mouth is just so watery. It's like the Niagara Falls. They got the wet pussy. Anyway, so on the bitch, I've noticed that they come in all shapes and sizes. You had the plus size like this, and you had the other skinny ones, and they all try to be like dolls like that, right? And they're all just models. Like, you know, you had all the models from all the different shapes, and they're all Tiffany. But it was so funny just to watch that scene. All the dudes are like, oh, how much are they? How much are they? You got the little weenie Carlton in the back. You got the big guy like, oh, how much? And the girl's trying to explain, oh, me and the scientists created these dolls for you guys. It's the future. And this girl said, he kept saying, well, how much? He was just so amped. He wanted to take a doll home. $10,000. He was like, $10,000? He was like, she's like, we accept layaway. I almost died. I was like, what in the Walmart Safeway Select shit is this? They got layaway? You gotta lay away the doll, bitch. And mind you, they all were gung-ho to spend them coins on this layaway ass doll. And so as the movie goes on, it just clips back and forth. You get our main character, Cherie, and her girl, Keisha. And Keisha's like, ooh, I want to get me a doll. I'm gonna put me one on layaway. I was like, okay, girl. And she talked about they were calling each other to go have brunch. And let me tell you, this movie I feel like is very, there's no script, or there's a script and they just said, oh, go improv. Because, bitch, they were just talking past each other. Or maybe it was the edit. She's like, oh, girl, we should go have a breakfast or a dinner or a lunch. Like, bitch, which one? It looks like it's nighttime, but you talk about breakfast. And the bitch in bed with her things over her eyes like, ooh, girl, I'm asleep. And she's like, oh, we should try out that new spot. Mind you, the girl's like, oh yeah, let's go. And then at the end of the conversation, the bitch is like, oh, we should go to she said, oh, I'm gonna meet at our regular spot. I was like, bitch, you just said it was a new spot. So how was that regular? Is this 2 different scenes in one? Y'all, this is crazy. I couldn't believe it. And then they meet up. Later they meet up for drinks, right? Tell me why they meet up the bar. The bar is inside somebody's living room. They tape bar. This is and you got one fat girl just sitting here off the side, just like cheese, and the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna go get this bitch. She's like, he wanted to go fuck. And these guys are like, oh, bruh, y'all get y'all doll. It was just like, oh, I can't. And then anyways, like, he tried to talk to her, he tried to take her home. And then basically all the dudes talking about getting a doll. And there's this one guy who has a girlfriend. And I guess they got a doll together. And she was like, oh, she took your soul last night. He's like, oh, yeah. He's all looking at her. She's like, oh, you looking at her better than you look at me. It's like that kind of shit. He was like, oh, yeah, this girl sucked my dick good, bruh. Why call her bruh? Like, bruh, period. I haven't heard bruh so much in my life, bruh. Anyway, so that happened. And then she attacks him. That doll attacks him. And this nigga don't call the cops. He don't call 911 or emergency. Or fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt on the show 911, Angela Bassett. You call anybody. You call your boy, Dustin or Curtis, whatever the fuck his name is. He called his boy, And mind you, while he calling the boy, while this doll is attacking him, he answers like, oh, bruh, this doll is attacking me. But what he gonna do? He trying to fuck his wife. Mind you, back to Cherie, she was trying to fuck her man. And he ain't trying to give her no dick because he come home tired. Let me tell you about that work. He worked in a garage. Talk about it's the office. Mind you, watch the scene. He's sitting down like, oh, on the phone. He got a card reader from Fisher Price. He got a monitor with a crack in it. That shit broke, it ain't even on. And a telephone. He's like, oh, I'm working hard. And look at the background. You got fucking Staples and IKEA things on the ground. And you got people knocking on the door like they're coming into his office. That office was straight Fisher Price. And I could not believe it. He come home and she be wanting some dick. And he told her she had to wait till Saturday. She went, that's 3 days away. She been trying to get some dick. So her girl's like, you should get you a Henry. So mind you, he leave her after he's about to give her some dick. He told her to wait for Saturday so he could go help his friend who's getting attacked by a doll. Could you believe this shit? I cannot make this up. While this is all happening, Mr. Carlton I told you about, he like very weenie, very like, and he wear a suit. He got his little glasses. He show up to go buy the doll with cash, or he rich. He used a debit card or some shit. They shaded him later. But anyways, he bought the doll. He took it home, or I thought it was his home. Another hotel. He dances with her, lays her down, tries to give her some tequila. It was water. He could have said vodka because that looked like water. That was not tequila. He put it to her mouth. He was just whining and dining her and just dancing for her. Like, this is weird. Anyways, he goes to the bathroom. And she kills him. She hits him over the head with a fucking iron, and he hits his head in the bathtub, right? So later, back to where the guy got attacked, the friend is in the hospital. The hospital is in someone's kitchen, bitch. They got 2 chairs against the wall. The woman coming out saying, oh, your friend got hit in the head with an iron in the bathtub. Wait, dude, they're 2 different people. Carlton don't know these people. Their friend was stabbed. So she fucked up the scene. Like I told you, this is improv. She fucked up the people. But they just roll with it. Oh man, my bruh. Them dolls with the Niagara Fall pussy. Like, I was so shocked. This is what we're in for, y'all. And they talking shit back to the 21-minute mark. It's only 21 minutes in, y'all. When the fucking people talking about that guy, they said, why did he die in the bathtub? Was he trying to bathe the doll? That's what I said. Like, why are you in the bathtub? It was funny. They were just getting on that man. Oh, and when he asked him what doll he wanted, he said, no offense, bruh, but do you want the Henry? Because I thought he was gay too, girl. But he wanted to get that Tiffany. And she had that cool little 2000s Beyonce hair. I was like, girl, she a dated doll. He got the cheap one. Back when Beyonce had that, remember that? Like, yeah, 2000. Anyways, all right, so it goes on along that, and there's a lot of that back and forth. It was a nighttime scene, and then it turns dark. They go to a restaurant. It was really a hair salon. I was peeping the hair salon things. That was like, oh, what are we gonna order? A waitress comes over, and you see people getting their hair did in the back. This is crazy. Then you go outside, it's daytime, right? You call someone, it's night. Well, these scenes are not adding up. 2 + 2 don't equal 6. Anyway, so these dudes talking about, bruh, I got this doll. They in their passenger seat like a woman. Is this the future? And mind you, there ain't no sex happening. I was ready for some titties and some booty to pop out. Oh, but there's some cheeks coming out like they flap like this with the underwear when they be running. They do that. But ain't no like there's a sex scene. You got the clothes on. How you gonna be fucking with your clothes on? Tubi! That's what you get on Tubi. So they're fucking with clothes on, and then they be killing people. So at the end, there's this big scene. I didn't even know it was the end. The movie's an hour and 13 minutes. It goes quick, but it's so great. Even with the commercials, it's just so quick and it's fun. Anyway, so at the end, all the dolls are in a line. They're ready to fight. I don't know where Henry is. I think Keisha's still fucking him. But all the girl ones, not the Henry, they're all in the line talking about, ooh, we gonna kill you. And they kill the scientist bitch off. I'm spoiling this. Y'all gotta watch it though. And then you got the man who's in there about to shoot them, and then his buddy coming because Curtis don't give his girl no dick, so he up here trying to help his boy, his bruh. And then they go, and I guess we don't see it. It's just crazy. We don't see it. They run into the car and they're like, oh, we killed all them bitches. And he's like, but they multiply. There's a bunch of them. So you see all the bitches run up the house. I said, where did they kill them? I ain't seen them shoot nobody. This is so weird. So I guess it was an off-screen kill. I don't know how you killed the dolls. Did they have blood? Did they bleed? Like Tiffany, Chucky, they bleed. They dolls. These feet, no. But it just ends with them driving off into the sunset that turned to dark. That was really the sunset because that's the way the movie was. But I don't know. I had fun. That movie was great. Go watch it and let me know if y'all see it. Tiffany the doll is everything. I want a part 2, 3, 4. I want a whole quadruple franchise. I want a Henry spinoff. We got to get into this. So, I loved it. Tubi, check it out. All right, guys. So it's been kind of on the light week on Blu-rays and stuff, I want to shout out one movie that I love that dropped today, which is The Menu. That was one that I was super excited to own. For one, I was bummed that there's no 4K. Two, it has no slipcover. It's slipless. I saw all y'all posting it. I don't have mine, sadly, because I ordered on Amazon because Target didn't carry it. My Best Buy has no Blu-rays. And I tried to order it, and they said this shit's gonna ship in February. Weird. Shout out to Horror Daddy Dom on Instagram. He said that same thing happened to him, so he had canceled his order and reordered it, and my shit's gonna be here tomorrow. Ain't that crazy? So I'm looking forward to that. I want to rewatch that. That movie's great. I highly recommend you guys checking that out if you haven't seen it. It is streaming, I believe, on HBO Max. So check that out. The Menu, great film. Love it. It's horror, thriller, comedy. It's everything. And you're gonna want a cheeseburger afterwards. So stay tuned. A good one. But anyway, so that was great. So I'm waiting for that. It is slipless. It's not 4K, but I'm excited to have that in the collection because it is one of my top films of last year. All right. So let's get into some new stuff I got in my collection. I'm gonna start off with this one because it's just a DVD. But I was actually at Walmart this past week, and I happened to look at the little $8-10 horror section, and I found this movie called Jack and Jill. This isn't on Blu-ray, but this is from ITN Distribution. And when I bought it and I was reading it and stuff, I was like, this sounds really cool. But I realized this always ends up in the $1.25 tree. So I could have saved some coin and waited. But I'm gonna watch this because this sounds interesting. This is what it's about. It says, while searching for her missing daughter, Joe discovers that a brother and sister killing team named Jack and Jill are fetching more than buckets of water. The two of them are searching for something, and Joe may have the link to what they're after. This sounds interesting. So Jack and Jill, they're not just going up the hill, they're cutting people up. So I'm here for it. So blood is thicker than water, so Mr. Jack and Jill are a killing duo, and I love slashers, so I want to check this out. So if you guys have seen this or heard about this, I'm sure it's probably not the greatest, but let me know what y'all think. I like the slipcover, so I had to pick this up. All right, next up is one that I found, and it is The Walking Dead World Beyond. So, I fell off The Walking Dead, but I own all the seasons. I'm a completist, and this is the second season of the various spin-offs that they have, and I have not finished season 1. It's not that great of a spin-off, it's okay, but this is season 2, and I never watched it, and it's the final season because the shit got canceled. And yeah, I haven't owned it, and I wanted to wait because I didn't get it during release week. I wanted it with a slipcover, and I happened to find it. The only one, too. The rest of them were slipless. So I picked this up just for collectible purposes, but if you guys like it, let me know. And speaking of The Walking Dead, I fell off the original show. I know it ended. Maybe one day I'll finish it. But I think you guys should, if you have HBO Max, watch The Last of Us. The game is amazing. The game is a masterpiece, but the show is flawless. I didn't want it to end. It was like they perfectly mimicked the game. If you haven't played the game, I still think you guys will enjoy it. There's this part that happens like the first 30 minutes that I knew, stuff that I knew that was gonna happen, it happened, and it still fucked me up. The acting's great, the casting was amazing. The chick who plays Marlene is the same character she plays in the video game. So she plays in the video game and the show. And I don't want to spoil this, you guys just watch it. I had coworkers watch it and they came back telling me how great it was. So I think you should watch it. The first episode is streaming now and it will air every Sunday on HBO Max. The Last of Us. All right, back to Blu-rays. All right, so next up is one that I thought was pretty funny. And I really want to watch this with the Overlook family if they would let me, if they were down to watch these with me. But it is Amityville in Space and Amityville in the Hood. I am so here for this. This gives me Tiffany the Doll realness. Amityville in the Hood, I gotta see that. Y'all, I don't know. This is a double pack that I saw on Amazon. I couldn't believe it, like $15 for 2 fucked up movies. So you know you made it when you made it to space. Hellraiser did it. All these fuckers did it. Leprechaun went to motherfucking space. Jason went to space. Amityville's in space. Could y'all believe it? You ain't made it till you made it to space. And Amityville in the Hood. Leprechaun was in the hood twice. And could you believe it? He was in there twice. He went Leprechaun to the hood, Leprechaun back to the hood. Amityville in the Hood. I have to see this. I have to. So if y'all have seen these, let me know too. I know this is like a weird one, but I had to pick this up. I had to. It even has bonus features. Oh, trailers. But yeah, I can't wait. You can't have everything. But I love the little clear case. But get into it. I'm excited. And I will be definitely reviewing those. So next up that I picked up this week is Bruce Willis is not stopping. Bruce Willis is supposed to be quitting acting, but every other week he has a movie out, which is cool. And I talked about this a few episodes ago. He released this, I think, back in October. This is kind of cool. This is the reason why I picked these up. It's called Detective Knight Redemption. So the first one that was dropped, the first one in this series was Detective Knight Rogue. And that is a heist film, action film that took place on Halloween. This one's the heist film that takes place on Christmas. So this is almost like a holiday horror, but a holiday action thriller. I'm super excited to check out. And it has some bonus features. It's from Lionsgate, and it has a really cool slipcover. I never watched the first one yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to double featuring these. So yeah, Bruce Willis is with it. So this is a holiday action film. You know, he's maybe reminiscent of Die Hard, who knows? All right, another one that was another blind buy for this week is Poker Face with Mr. Russell Crowe. Last movie I watched of Mr. Russell, I loved. I forgot what it's called. I think it was called Unhinged, where you gotta be careful who you're driving up against and cutting off, because that man was, ooh, that was a fucked up movie. That was a good one, y'all. Y'all check that out, Unhinged. But yeah, Russell Crowe is back, and this says everyone has their limit. So this is a thriller. There's this group of people who all get together, all friends, or so you think, and they're all together, and then shit hits the fan, and I guess it's supposed to turn into a night of terror. It's a borderline horror film from what I'm reading, but I don't know. They're playing a game, and the only way to win is, I don't know. Anyways, it has Liam Hemsworth, if you guys are into him. Who else is in this? Brooke Satchwell, I don't know who that is. RZA is in this, RZA. A bunch of people, Jack Thompson and Russell Crowe. So I don't know, this is a blind buy. It was at your local Target. I think it was like $12. And I don't know, the ultimate head game. When I read that, I thought of something else, but I'm sure that's not what they were thinking. I'm still in Tiffany the Doll phase. You know, that Niagara Falls pussy and that head. Anyways, the ultimate head. All right, so that's Poker Face. I'm excited for that. And my other favorite release outside from the menu is this. I love found footage horror, and it is Cloverfield. This movie I haven't seen in a really long time, and it was re-released in 4K Ultra HD, and it came in this limited edition steelbook, and it's only like $19.99 on Amazon, Best Buy, and it's really cool. It comes with this cool clear slipcover, has a bunch of bonus features, has the Blu-ray and the 4K disc, digital copy if you guys are still into that. And I don't know, I really like this cover. I like the little slipcase over it. I'm getting back into the steelbook hype, even though this shit's becoming very expensive. Black Panther Wakanda Forever 2 is dropping February, and they're releasing not one but 2 steelbooks, and they want like $45 for each. I'm like, what the fuck? Collectors, y'all go get y'all pockets broken that week. Anyway, so I really want both, because I like the Wakanda one, because you gotta have the Black Panther, and I like the villain, the Tulkon, whatever how you say it. I want them both. So that's expensive. Anyway, so Cloverfield. I'm excited for this one. So I'm look forward to a rewatch. All right. So that's it for this week's Bluray Tuesday with Terrell. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liking all this stuff that we're doing here. Stay tuned though, because I'm gonna start some new little side stuff. I want to do some franchise things I talked about before, franchise rankings, about some little unknown franchises and stuff that we'll talk about. So I'm excited for that. Also, the Overlook Hour is celebrating its 400th episode, or how does the camera work? Anyways, 400th episode, and y'all tune in. I was on the Lookies episode, had a lot of fun. If you guys didn't hear it, that was really fun. And yeah, 400 episodes, that's a lot for a podcast, y'all, in my opinion. I don't know. But yeah, listen to that. And yeah, stay tuned. We have a lot of stuff happening. Up 666 is dropping soon, so stay tuned for that. That's right around the corner. Found Footage February is around the corner. I want to watch a lot of found footage and review that every week. So if y'all into that, if y'all have any recommendations on found footage, let me know. But yeah, thanks for all the likes, subscribes, the comments. You guys are awesome. And yeah, until next time, bye.